What's going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to America Talks, man. We always have it on a Thursday evening. Sorry we couldn't do last week, but we are back here today, and we have got a lot to discuss, man. A lot to discuss. Fred, Kane, Amrabat, maybe two other midfielders. Is it Caicedo? Is it Lavia? Who knows, man? Who knows? But we're going to discuss everything right now. We got my man CK in the building. CK, what are you telling me, man?
What's up, y'all? Good to be back. Missed it last week. I felt a hole in my heart not having the show last week. So glad to be back. And Premier League starts literally tomorrow. That is it's wild to me. So I'm just happy to have football back and get into it.
Yeah, man, definitely, absolutely. Big up to my guy Michael in the building. Michael, what are you telling me, man?
Bro, happy to be back. Obviously, we missed last week. I missed a couple weeks ago, so it's been a minute since my favorite show. And obviously, like CK said, Prem starts tomorrow. Finally, man. Preseason. It was nice and all, nice and late night games here in the US, but nothing feels as good as the Premier League season. And yeah, transfer season ain't over either. Just because the Prem started, don't mean that our business is done. So we still got stuff to do. Job ain't done.
Yeah, big up, man. We got man like Omar. You get me? Yo, your skin's looking glowing there, man. The light
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna drop the routine
too.
Yo, first of all, I missed you. I really missed you guys. My boy said it. If it had a hole in his heart, I was like, I was kind of sad, bro. It was kind of sad. Look at my boy Staffy upgrading in a week, though. Y'all see that?
That birthday gift came in a little bit late, but it's here. It's here.
Make sure y'all like that boy's channel after that, man. Come on. And on top of it, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Cole, I missed your voice, bro. I really did miss your voice. Deuces. Yo, big up everybody in the comments too, man. I know. I already see somebody talking about Omar's back with his Sancho 48 opinions. I'm back with worse opinions. Trust me.
Yo, it's crazy. And my guy Staffy's in the building, like I said, but make sure you follow him. Is that an Instagram sign at the top, or is that just
That's a YouTube sign. It was my birthday last month, so my boys got it for me for my birthday. They know I should start YouTube, so it came in the mail a week ago.
That's real.
So, thanks for having me, bro. I was just gonna say, listen, I'm happy that the games are gonna start because preseason got us arguing about Watkins versus and Barnes versus Martial and Sancho. They had us last week asking if Luke Shaw's world class. We kind of broke Twitter with that one, Said. So, I think we're gonna have less of these trending topics on Twitter when the season starts. We're gonna talk more about football. So I'm happy that that's happening.
For real. Yeah, listen, man. Big up to everybody who's here. Over 500 of you already in the building, man. Make sure you smash it already,
y'all. Big up to 500. We need a K, bro.
Yeah, man. Big up to everybody here, man. Love for the tuning in and whatnot. Smash the like button. But yo, man, listen, Caicedo, Lavia. I just wanted to kind of quickly touch on that one, man. Like, boy, man, what you been thinking of the whole saga? Because it could be any minute today. There could be a last minute bid on either side. Boy, I don't know if you guys been seeing that, but what you man thinking?
Honestly, it's funny that they play each other Sunday too. It's pretty hilarious. She really think about it. Yeah. Like, I played each other Sunday, and this is a nice way to start the league, right?
They were saying they should play for the custody of Lavia Caicedo.
They really made me hate Caicedo, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just Chelsea kind of doing what we did the past 2-3 seasons with the Sancho, with the De Jong transfer. It's either
it's 100% De Jong, bro. Yeah. Remember
is it gonna get it over the line, or what? We gonna wait till deadline day? You don't want to pay. They want the money. Y'all been trying to figure it out for a couple weeks, and it's weird. Liverpool skipping out on 2 mil, but they want to go outbid Chelsea for whatever. So it's like,
how does that make sense?
Like, I'm so lost. Like, I don't know if the media is just capping. Like, I need somebody to come out and speak, but I don't know. They both moving like dweebs. This is grade 8 dweebs, and I'm so glad I don't support the clubs, because it's like that's some dweeb stuff that we used to do, and we moved on. So that's on them, brother. That's on them to live that life.
I don't think you can say that, but listen, I do agree with you,
bro. What is going on? Like, they want to outbid more than I need breakdowns. I need Fabrizio or David Ornstein to come out and talk. But let's be honest. Is that such a dweeb move? Like, so you didn't want to pay 2 mil, but you gonna go outbid them on one of the highest paid midfielders in the league, huh? And then the other man want to go get Lavia but you got Tyler Adams, which great move by the way, such an amazing signing. Big up Chelsea on that part. But like, what's really, I'm confused, bro. I'm as much as confused as you, bro. Like honestly,
I think they're having like an ego off, like a big date contest.
See, Eddie agrees.
Like,
yeah, big up Eddie.
I'm gonna like Chelsea's gonna bid for Lavia or Liverpool bid for Lavia, so Chelsea's like, oh, but we're gonna outbid you. And then now that they did that, now Chelsea's trying to hijack Caicedo, who has been Liverpool is trying to hijack Caicedo, who's been Chelsea's main target. So I feel like they're just like trying to ego it, like trying to just like big up each other. But Chelsea's whole like transfer strategy has just been like buy every player, basically.
Buy every young player.
And like even like the Tyler, I don't know if Tyler Adams is like, because you're gonna buy basically 3 6s. You're gonna buy Tyler Adams, Caicedo, and Lavia. Like
I think it's like
it just doesn't.
They don't have a midfield if you really deep it. So I think like the Tyler Adams signature was great. Because look at their midfield. They really have nobody.
No, I think that,
he's a good signing for 20 million because he's in a lot of Premier League.
He's not like
he's fine, but like you get him like Caicedo, then you bid for Lavia and Caicedo too. Like
but I think that confirmed that they're not gonna get Lavia because it's first of all so confusing to me how yesterday they're bidding for Lavia, then today they signed Adams. And they're still in for Caicedo, so you're in for 3 DMs at the same time.
Exactly right.
And you just signed one, so one of them has to be eliminated now, and I think that eliminates Lavia. But then why did all that happen yesterday? Were they just bored and they're like, oh, let's throw in some news to just like give something to the people to talk about? Maybe Matisse appreciated that because he created content out of it, but it just made no sense. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. When you think of it, it really doesn't add up. They're still gonna go for Caicedo. But if they've been haggling so much on the Caicedo price, you just dropped what 20 M's today on what's his name on Tyler Adams. So it's like,
but they could get rid of them though. This is the thing though about Chelsea's model is that they know they can get rid of these players in 1 or 2 years' time for a good price. If Man United buy someone right now, we're gonna end up underselling. If you look at it, we overpay, but we undersell, and that's the issue with Man United. They've got Santos, they got that kid Washington. Is he a midfielder by the way? Washington?
Nah, he's a striker.
How old is he? 15? He's 15.
I don't even know.
No, bro. I just thought he was a striker for Amano.
My best friend is a Chelsea fan. I was on the phone with him on the way when I was on. I was like, yo, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, I'm so confused. What's going on?
It was just out of nowhere.
I was like, bro. He's like, we signing. I said, yeah, but you're signing weirdos. You know what I'm saying? That I never heard of. Granted, big up dumb. That's like investments, which okay, y'all doing it right. But yeah, clearly the main person y'all want, which I gotta give Ten Hag the utmost respect because it's the first time ever in United's history. Well, not history. Ever since Fergie left, that I see someone go get his priority targets right away before preseason.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Pick them up. But you coming in towards the end of the season, all they talked about was Caicedo. This, Caicedo that, Caicedo this, Caicedo that. Bro, you gonna drop the bag? You done dropped the bag on other dweebs. Might as well go get him too.
You know what though, guys? Yeah. Do you like this though from Ten Hag that he's only getting these specific guys? Because then we can't get these little gems from South America and that, man. Because if he's got his certain,
but yo,
like,
we never get those guys anyway.
Focusing on our gems. That's one thing you got to say. If you look at the players he let go this transfer window, you know what I'm saying. Other than Zidane, he also gave a lot of opportunity to young boys, and he's keeping a lot of young boys. He's not even entertaining talks for our main young boys that are playing. So
I'm talking about imports from across the globe. I'm looking at these little South American.
Signed the kid from Watford, the young right back. Whatever.
When have we ever signed like the little 15 million guys from South America?
Did that. Even Garnacho, we didn't
back
really
in the day though. We used to with the Fabio brothers, we did with the Raphael brothers. We had these kind of players. I'm not saying it
Pereira.
No, we did like Pereira. You know, there was some.
But can I say something? These guys, I think that the Silva brothers did that one is valid. But even when you're saying you could have said Anderson and you're saying Pereira, these guys didn't even come from South America. They're South Americans, but we got them from European.
PSV.
So yeah, we've never really recruited in South America. Like even Garnacho, the most latest one, we got him from Madrid. Like it's not like we sent someone to the slums in Brazil and Ecuador and these places. Yeah, the favelas, and we got them. We just never got these guys.
Sounds like a
bright. So I think this is Yeah, it's not our thing anyways. Caicedo would have been one, and he was offered to us, and we said no. So
Bro,
that just tells you
offered
everything you
us,
need to
man.
know about us in South America. We go to South America, and we have the map upside down. We don't know where to go. That's Man United in
I mean, we was
South
linked with
America. So
Caicedo. We was linked with Caicedo for 5. Julian Alvarez for like 15.
I saw that tweet today.
Yeah, we was linked,
Caicedo tweet.
literally
literally
was legit
he was
offered to
coming
us,
up,
and we said no.
and
bro.
then Ole said, "Nah, I'm gonna skip that." Then he went to Brighton, came and hijacked it, and then we said no to Julian Alvarez. So like, I mean, do we have scouts down there? I don't know, but clearly we do. But
they probably don't speak the language, bro. We're sending some scouts that are not even bilingual, bro.
They speak the language.
They don't speak Spanish there.
Our boy doesn't speak the language.
But technically, isn't Hoyland that next gem? If you really know,
nah, but it's not.
He's talking about more like the budget, like
like
the hidden gems.
Yeah.
Like go get the hidden gems, the Matomas, the
70 mil is not a
the
hidden
Matomas,
gem,
yeah,
and Ciso.
You know,
them guys
so you see this.
Them guys don't sell
I
jerseys.
ain't gonna lie, we used to do that, but we used to flop at it. Like remember David Petrici and like Giuseppe Rossi, like when we used to go pick up the young gems, but they'll play a game or two, and
a lot of big clubs don't really like do that. That's more of like
Chelsea,
the job of like a Brighton, a Benfica. Chelsea just started to kind of do that. I feel like though, like
they used to do it under Abramovich a lot too. They used to get the boys and he would loan them to Vitesse, if you would remember.
Yeah, but they loaned a lot of people in their academy. But what the cities and even Chelsea now are doing in these clubs, they have a lot of clubs that they own. So they not only do they get these guys, but these gems could be playing. Like City could have a good player who's playing in New York FC or like one of the other clubs that we own. We don't even own clubs like that. So it's like if we sign players like that, like when we signed Pogba, we signed him to our academy. When we signed Garnacho, we signed him to our academy. We don't really sign these players a lot because like we don't even have a way to use them. Yeah, we don't have a way to use them. If you owned another club and you can have them playing first team football over there until they come over, then that's it. Because I think that's what Julian Alvarez did. I I could be wrong at that one. But City do that a lot.
Ten Hag's doing that for us though. He's doing it with his Dutch Utrecht. That's our new feeder club, bro.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah, that's
not official. You know what I mean?
It's funny you said that because I was watching this thing on him today and how like he loves Utrecht and like that was one of his clubs.
Bro, that's his side hustle.
The NBC piece you're talking about, Omar.
Yeah, the NBC piece.
That shit was fire.
Who they got over there? Anyone got any ballers over there? Utrecht? Anyone know they got any little ballers?
Zidane, yeah.
And it's so crazy. He go for a meal. That's like him telling them, "Yo, trust me, send him for a meal. They're gonna take care of us on the way back." That's it. And it's so funny that he goes to his. Because you see them on the NBC piece, how he bigs up Utrecht and Twente and all these clubs that he was at. And it's just like, wow, like, all right, there's a relationship there for a reason. So,
yeah. Facts. No, 100%, man. We're going to speak about Fred. Fred is gone now. He's out the door. We got the big here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Deal in place of Man United proposal revealed earlier.
Obrigado. Good riddance.
Yeah, man. Fenerbahce, I think it's 15 million euros, 10 million flat fee, 5 million add-ons. So
good riddance.
We're getting 10 million front,
over here said
5 million add-ons.
I think a comment said 8 million. We got finesse, bro. We got blessed. And there's another man you left out there. A caption too, Harry Maguire.
Yep, facts, 100%. Yeah, you know what it is though? I think for me, it's one of them where you just got to move on in it. I go with you, CK, first. Like you just got to move on in it with these kind of signings. I know we could have won more, we could have won, less, but we got to move on in it.
For sure, yeah. It's time. I think just looking back on I feel like this is now this year. I was thinking about it earlier. Like this is when the Ten Hag era officially starts. Like he's cleared out basically everyone. There's only from that game against Lens. There's only I think one player that hadn't been signed by Ten Hag or been offered a new contract by Ten Hag. So it's his team now. Like he's cleared out everyone that, his first year, he's kind of like, okay, let me assess everything. And now it's like, okay, you, I'm taking the rest of y'all, be on your way. So I think it's definitely in time for Fred and Maguire as well. I'm sure we'll talk about him too, to just, go on Euros next year for Maguire. I'm sure he wants to actually play and he wasn't going to, Ten Hag, he doesn't rate him like that. So I think it was a good time for both of them to move on. Hopefully Donnie too. And, we'll see about Scott McTominay. I think Ten Hag rates him a little bit more than the others, but, if he wants, that could be, another possible way to generate some income as well. But as far as Fred and Maguire, definitely time to go.
Michael, but do you reckon he was a flop, Michael? Or was he more of a half and half, like cult hero? How would you kind of describe Fred's career?
I mean, based on the price, it's the flop because we paid 50 mil for him, and for a 50 mil midfielder, he does not have the qualities of a 50 mil midfielder. He has the qualities of like a 20 mil midfielder. No disrespect to him, but he ended up kind of being like this, like cult hero because like this guy in the second half would look like the best player that you've ever seen in your life. He looked Brazilian in the second half, but in the first half, he looked like someone else.
No,
like,
certain games.
Bro, he was. I called him Jekyll and Hyde. You didn't know what you're gonna get with Fred, and that's what it was. I mean, he gave us some good performances. Like this year, like Barcelona at Old Trafford, he was good in that game with that goal. PSG away, I always remember those games.
Remember how bad it was in that first half against Barcelona? Then he came out in the second half.
I told you, bro.
City, EFL Cup.
Yeah, it's Fred is like he's just this like he gave us some good moments. 1920 out that season, I want to big him up for most of that season because our midfield, remember, like Pogba got injured, McTominay got injured, Matic was kind of out the rotation, and then Fred came in and kind of gave us consistent performances. So he always provided himself when we needed him. So he always gave 100% effort. That's one thing you can always give credit to him. But like CK said, it's just time to go. He's over 30, 1 year left on his deal. We weren't gonna get that much money. I know we wanted 20 mil at first. We obviously Ten Hag realized we're not going to get anything, so let's just sacrifice. He's not going to play that many minutes. So we got enough income, I guess, 10 mil. And then if Donnie goes, that's probably enough to pretty much cover Amrabat's fee. So it's what it is. So wish him luck at Fenerbahce. He'll probably cook it in the Turkish league. So
my favorite quote, if you guys remember, he said, I'm the guy that carries the piano for the musician to play. And that just always told you what his role is in the team. He was ready to do the dog work for everyone. And he kind of reminded me of Herrera, but I think Herrera was a little bit better than him.
Way more technical.
I think I liked Herrera more, and he didn't cost us as much. But he was basically Herrera's replacement. The one thing I always remember for Fred, besides his little moments and his goals here and there, every time there was a scuffle, he was the first one there. He was always the first person to step up for his teammates. And that's one thing I always appreciated about him. He did always put the work. He did always do everything that he could. But as Michael said, when you really look at it, I mean, we did pay a lot of money for him. We probably thought we were getting a different player out of him than we actually ended up having, because like we signed him for big money. We thought like he's gonna be this flair Brazilian player, that we remember that free kick that he hit for what was his team, the one in Ukraine?
Shakhtar.
And everyone thought like, oh, we're getting like someone who's like popping, but he really wasn't it. But he did what he could. I feel like he just came out of a bad era. He wasn't it, so it was time to move on. So thank you for the service. Thank you for the years. But, everyone said it here perfectly. It's time to move on.
So, my thing with Fred, bro, it was one of those players that you loved but hated. It's so weird. Like, I love Fred, but it's like, yo, like, bro, I can't see you on the starting lineup. Like
in the moment, you would get so angry in it because like, you're so shit. What are you doing?
Big games, I couldn't see. If I see Fred on the lineup, I'm just like, oh my god, because it's like you're either gonna get a 10 out of 10 or like he's a Jekyll and Hyde. You're gonna get a 0 out of 10. It's either a stinker or like a wonder class. And somebody I think in the comments did say like the simplest passes he couldn't make, but he would pull out the weirdest shit ever. And it's like, yo, dog.
I remember that skill he pulled out versus Atletico Madrid.
But that's how sad it shows you that one skill move he did. We're all living with it. That shows you like
what it's like. It's like when
he did give us a lot.
It's like when you have a dog and he like you come home and he like rips up your whole shit.
Like,
and, you're so mad, but it's like I can't stay mad at you. Like you're so like he just has like this endearing like quality to him for some reason where it's like it's hard to hate him, but like he's so frustrating on the field. Like
but I
he's
think
just so inconsistent.
He did what he was supposed to do for us, and he lasted a good amount of time. And unfortunately, bro, like I don't want to knock any players that were sold and left. Everybody gets the opportunity to shine, but they all fell under very tough regimes coming under. He came under Mourinho, right? Okay, Mourinho and then Mourinho, Ole, and then
after
Herrera season.
Yeah, so he just he was Mourinho needed him for a certain style. Obviously, Mourinho had a different.
Mourinho didn't even want him, bro. He wasn't his first option. I remember he was like his third option or something. I don't remember who he was trying to sign. Maybe you guys have a better memory than me, but he wasn't his main target because I remember we finished second. He came in the year that Mourinho got fired. But we finished second, and then I remember that transfer market was horrible. We signed Fred and like 2 more players. Saeed, you probably remember.
Dalo and Lee Grant.
Dalo.
And Lee
Grant.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. The goalkeeper. We signed a third goalkeeper.
Bad window.
I just remember it because like they kept talking about how City that summer backed their team because they finished first. We finished second. That was the summer that Mourinho said it's his biggest accomplishment. Yeah, I think he wanted Milinkovic.
Is that when the rumor started? Milinkovic-Savic. That was the first year of it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I hate that guy, man.
That was the summer that Mourinho said finishing second with this Man United team was the biggest accomplishment in my career. If you guys remember that, that was that summer.
Yep.
Then he got Fred, Lee Grant, and Dalo, and we basically didn't really back him like City got back. Then we just never challenged again, and he got fired.
Yeah, but he did also spend the season before a lot.
What do you mean? Yeah, but you got to spend every summer. Because if I don't even remember who City got that summer. But if you go back and check, it's definitely better than our.
They signed Morris that summer.
Oh, Morris! See, there you go. They won the league and they signed Morris, who was like an MVP, the what's it called, the EFL Player of the Season, whatever, the season before, something like that with Leicester. You know, it's some crazy stuff, bro.
I was excited for Fred though, because watching him in Shakhtar Champions League, he was both-footed. I was like, boy, this kid about to come with Samba.
But we misprofiled him, man.
But then we just we did. Just about to say, we just stuck him at DM, just like hold.
Bro, he wasn't a DM, man. We played him at DM next to Pogba, and he was never DM. His worst ability was building from the back.
Sorry, we played him at DM next to Pogba, who's also not a DM. Like that's
we played two DMs.
It's crazy.
This is why I ride out for Pogba and everyone. You know what I mean? That just get misprofiled. United have misprofiled pretty much every player that's come to the football club. Like in most aspects, like when we buy players, we're like, okay, he plays here, but no, we're playing him here. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
The thing is, with Pogba,
you know,
wasn't for Juve, he was playing for the DM too? That was his position?
No. He had Pirlo behind him. He had Pirlo. They played a different...
The left of a three.
But it was
they had Marquisio, Pirlo, and Pogba. But Pogba was on the left of a three. And he had the freedom to just do whatever he wanted and drift inside and do whatever.
He didn't do no dirty work in that team, Yeah, 100%.
But under Fergie wanted him to play also that role of the DM, right?
But you know what it is with Fergie? What happened was there was a game where he should have played.
Where he called,
I should have got his chat.
He called.
He played Fabio. He played someone else in midfield. Park and O'Shea.
I think he played O'Shea. I know what you're talking about. He played O'Shea
out of retirement.
But that was for the City game in the cup. I know what you're talking about. But the game that Said is talking about, he was supposed to get called up. And then Fergie instead played, I think it was Fabio and O'Shea. He played them in midfield.
That's the one. Good memory. Yeah. 2012, there was a game. Honestly, there was a game where he should have played. But again, listen, I wish Fred nothing but the best of luck. I don't think he comes across a guy who's been arrogant about. He always kind of he was a passion merchant, isn't it? In a sense of he put his all out there. Yeah. Stamina mad. You know what I mean? But it was time to move on now because I felt like he would have got exposed again this season. And we don't need that. You know what I mean? Now, it's just kind of questions of... I don't know if you see the latest on the news about Amrabat, but it looks like Man United might be getting another midfielder. Sorry, two midfielders alongside Amrabat in terms of targets. I mean, just see who the other targets are, man.
He said he has... Amrabat is the top of the list, but there's also two targets that they're looking at, right? Or is it...
Yeah, so basically, yeah.
I feel Onana from Everton.
Amadou Onana.
My guy. Guy.
And then there's what I've also heard is the unrealistic one is like
Tchouaméni?
Dream move.
Tchouaméni.
Apparently, like
Tchouaméni. That would be crazy.
That'll be for real.
There's a lot of things. All of us need to happen for that. They're saying that what needs to happen for that is we need to sign, or Kylian needs to go to Real Madrid. And then they're going to need to fund his wages, so they would have to sell someone like
Too late for that. We got 2 more weeks. Sounds like man.
Never say never.
I don't think Tchouaméni's going anywhere until they sign Mbappe. 100%.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think it's correct.
Mbappe would have to say.
I think it's
don't put that in the universe, please. Don't put that in the universe.
Don't say that guy, bro.
Please don't say that in the universe. I'd rather keep McTominay. Please don't say that, man.
No, shout out to Paul, man. It's correct, man. I hate to say it, man. Ten Hag ID, or what's going on there, brother?
This is a baller, though, bro.
Goretzka's no baller, bro. Nah. Don't let FIFA.
Baller?
Don't let
He's
FIFA
not
gas
good,
you.
bro.
Don't let FIFA gas
He's
you up,
not
bro.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Come on.
Goretzka is
He's not good.
Goretzka is an industry plant created by FIFA 17 where he had all plus 90 stats, and that's how he got created. I
Telling you,
promise you,
Rondo.
this guy
He was
is not.
he
good
was
in
act,
real
he
life.
was low key good, and then he gained a bunch of weight, and now he's just like
Yeah, muscle
slow
mass.
and, like,
Muscle
Nah,
mass.
he-
That boy,
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
good, bro.
We
He's
We all
not
know
good.
what he did. We all know what he did allegedly, but we can't say it. But yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know what it is though.
I'm
You know
still
some
thinking Onana
certain
anyways.
players when they're a bit more leaner, I think it's they play better. They're a bit agile, but he became so stiff, and everything about his game became stiff. Like he was just so unorthodox, and he just became this kind of robotic pressing machine. That's all he is now. He's
You
a
know what's crazy,
robotic
Said, about
energy
you?
It's
midfield.
crazy how everybody calling him ass boy. That boy at one point was official. He's still
No,
a-
but
he
that
was,
was more of a myth, though, Omar. It was like, you know, it's sometimes so easy to sell a player that he's good because he plays for a good team, and you rarely watch him, but you
Give him
know
a
he's out
Sabitzer.
there, and people are rating him. No, not even Sabitzer. Sabitzer was actually good until he went to Bayern.
What
and
about
he
the six? A
stopped
bit
playing.
over Goretzka
I would too.
if it
I would
became
too.
the situation.
I would too.
Say,
I can't lie.
Yeah.
Say it about your point,
Nah,
though,
real
that he
talk,
became
man.
stiff, though. Remember the same thing happened to what's his name, the Brazilian that went there, Coutinho. Remember Coutinho how skinny
Yeah.
he was, and then he went to Barcelona. He built up some muscle mass, but then his game just went down. When you think of it, he's never become the same
Yeah.
player since he added the weight, and that just shows you that you could get
That's
fitter
true.
and add more muscle. But these guys who kind of need a little bit more agility, when they're skinnier, it's actually a little bit better for them. So
Yeah,
bro.
that's actually a good point as well.
Clarence
Yeah, yeah.
Seedorf was he feel me? Seedorf was one of the most akiest ball players I've seen. And
but Seedorf is a legend, bro. We're not talking
Yeah,
about
he's a
Seedorf like he's just anyone.
technical masterclass from the
How
guy.
did
Bro, did you
I
not see Seedorf the other day in the game for Ukraine that they played in Stamford Bridge? This guy
Yeah.
just turned around, hit it with his left, his weaker foot. He
I
looked
don't
like he
think-
hasn't
Oh,
missed
we're
a beat.
I don't
We're
think your
getting called
body
FIFA
shape
merchants, man.
has-
We're
What
getting
did I
called
say?
FIFA
I didn't
merchants.
say
What's going
anything.
on,
I
man?
said he's a FIFA merchant. I hate Goretzka. I'd rather keep McTominay. I'm not even joking. I'd rather.
What?
keep
Bro,
Goretzka.
stop it, bro.
I
Stop.
swear.
Me
would
too.
rather-
Alright.
I would rather keep McTominay.
Who said me too?
Hey, yo.
What's good with
Okay,
y'all?
Bro,
so-
what's the point? Now, what's
That
the point?
went from stiff to stiffest. That's
what
what
now?
Bro,
Nah,
McTominay's
Scotty's
actually
actually-
useful.
McTominay's better on the
actually
ball.
useful.
McTominay's better on the ball than
in
Goretzka.
the
I
role that
promise you.
he's playing right now.
McTominay
He's
is
actually
better on the
useful.
ball than Leon Goretzka. I promise
I'm not gonna lie, I
McTominay's better on
haven't
the ball.
watched a lot of Goretzka. That's why I'm sitting this one out. I just went over basically what the hype was. But when
Oh, this
people
guy
start
is
saying
so-
he lost it, I'm like, you know what? I don't really have a take on it. So I'm sitting
Nah,
this
but
one out.
what's the point of spending like 35 million on Goretzka when we have McTominay at home? Like, there's no point. They're the same exact player.
Oh, nah, you just did not compare Goretzka to McTominay, bro.
They're the same. They're 2 twins. They're 2
Let's
twins.
say simple, yo. What's going on? But you know what it is though? Someone say that Gravenberg, how much would he cost, bro? I don't know. I don't know what Gravenberg's game is nowadays. I forgot what he plays like, man. I can't lie, man. I've hardly seen him. I don't know
That
what he plays
Bayern
like
move was the
anymore.
worst move he could have made.
You should have waited
Yeah,
for it.
he
Bayern
should-
are so
he should
killers,
have-
you know, man.
He should have 100%.
How many players have flopped at Bayern? How many players have flopped at
No, 'cause
Bayern? when
they went-
he's
they
been
went-
there?
They don't play.
Yeah,
They went
They
through the
just don't
same.
even play.
They went through the same thing we went through, which was with the whole what's his name, Nagelsmann into now Tuchel, and then Tuchel switch up a play. But I think Tuchel's gonna start using him because Tuchel does love relying on wingbacks too. He still plays at 3. Was it 3-5-2?
But he's not a wingback. He was the left-sided DM, or he could play a 6 or an 8, and he's left-footed. So
He didn't play.
was
He didn't play as a left back for Ajax at one point. No, I'm tweaking.
No. You're probably thinking of Tagliafico or something. That he played. Who
Oh
did he
no,
play
I'm
in the
thinking Mazraoui. I'm thinking Mazraoui.
Yeah,
Mazraoui,
Mazraoui, yeah, because he
Mazraoui
went
played the left.
to he went to Bayern also. No, he was the left-sided midfielder in the Ajax team. I forgot who played next to him after De Jong left. Alvarez, there you go. Yeah, it was him and Alvarez. So
I think it's another hype thing though, bro.
He's basically what Mount is for Ten Hag now. That's the role that Gravenberch
he should have came with Ten Hag.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, because Ten Hag rated him highly. He rated him so high, especially
Yeah,
the
I think
his
it's
agent.
Ten Hag, though.
His agent is Raiola's agency group, so he was never coming to us. That group hates us.
Yeah.
There's no hope.
The thing is with Ten Hag, though, he feels a bit hurt by these players, isn't it? Like Donny, Gravenberch, the people that left him. Like how many players has he come back for? The people that have left him, at clubs. Has he got anyone that has left
Frankie.
him?
I mean, he came
Frankie.
Oh, Frankie, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
Frankie
yeah,
was
that's a good
for him,
point.
and he still rejected him.
But why did he come back for him this summer then? I don't know. If he liked him, would have came
Spits
back again
over.
maybe this
I
summer.
don't think Bayern want to sell him. That's the
I
thing.
feel like we moved on
Yeah.
from the topic. I feel like he's just
We
over-
moved on, from that style, anyways. Like,
Because-
imagine putting Frankie where he's trying to put Mount. He would 100% flop playing that way.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that one. BX Guna. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. It's what it is, but they ride it with the devil, man. It's one of them. Onana's an interesting one, you know. CK, talk to us because you know what it is with Onana, yeah. He's giving me a bit of I don't know, man. I don't know what the word is, but
you know what's crazy about Onana, bro? He reminds me of Fred a little bit. I'm gonna tell you in what way. That boy nice, and that boy get to goal. That boy, but there's times.
No, he's talking about Onana, the goalkeeper. No.
Oh no, I thought he's talking about.
No, Amadou, right?
Yeah,
oh, my bad. I thought you were about to talk about the goalkeeper. I was like, don't do that, Said, because he just said that. No. I think the super chat said that we went back. He went back for Onana after he left him, so that got me mixed up. But go ahead, my bad.
No, because he gives me Fred vibes OD because he just like he does a lot right but a lot wrong.
You got to remember the environment that he's in, though. Yeah, he's in an Everton squad that's like not the best, but he is like. I've talked about for a long time, just like raising the physical floor of our team. Like we don't have that many athletes in our team, to be honest. And you can see that in like defensive transitions. We're just getting ran through because there's not any athletes in our team. And this dude is like, when you talk about athlete, like this dude is like the top tier of athlete playing in the world right now. He's 6'5". He's 6'5". He covers so much ground defensively. He's good with the ball, carrying it. A lot of people like, oh, he's not technical. It reminds me of that one meme that's like the Family Guy meme where it's like the brown shades are like destroyers and then the white shades are like technicians. It's just like any guy like that is always gonna be like, oh, he's not good on the ball, but he actually is. He's not the best on the ball, but he's underrated, and you got to remember his like environment being in Everton. But I've always loved watching him play, and just like I love players like that, like just like raw athletes that are actually.
Bro, he's 21 as well. I think if people are forgetting that he's 21.
He's still a raw prospect. He's still a raw prospect for me, though.
For sure. I mean, we still need a controller midfielder first, like Amrabat. Don't get me wrong, but if we could get him as well, like,
I would love to have him and Amrabat. I still want Amrabat anyways, but if we're entertaining the thought of getting a 21-year-old who's not going to really demand to play a lot in the first season, you know, he's going to accept his rotational role as he develops. I think that's perfect for us. You know, as CK said it perfectly. You look at the environment he's been in. He's in Everton, so you can't really expect much from him there. But when you watch Everton, he's one of the players that stands out. Every team who's not that good, you always look at one or two of their players and you're like, you know what? They could probably play in a better team.
Oh,
and he's one of them too.
News.
Harry Maguire sold.
Nah. Harry Kane. Is it something about Harry Kane, people? Something about Harry Kane.
I'm over this dude.
Okay. But it's Florian Plettenberg, so we have to. I don't know if we can take it with a pinch of salt because he's been a bit. Yeah, I don't know, man. It says breaking news. Got the info that his move to FC Bayern is looking more likely now, as reported. Bayern bosses, Tottenham and Kane management were very good and respectful negotiation today and tonight. Now deal is on the verge to be sealed as Kane wants to join Bayern. Damn,
that's wild.
Good for him.
Damn,
that's wild. You had hope of him coming to us.
I mean, we should have been in for him.
One more year. I thought he'd stay one more year. At least, and then come to us in the summer. Next summer. I thought that would be a situation. But yeah, you know what it is with this guy? Why are we taking it with a pinch of salt? Because this guy has been riding out for Bayern Munich for the longest, like all summer, been so biased towards Bayern Munich, yeah? And I just think for me, you have to wait until David honestly drops the bomb, man. So until we do that.
This guy keeps linking, he keeps linking Bayern Prince United. I'm not happy about this. Like this Benjamin Pavard thing. No. He's got to keep away with that, man. Like advanced talks.
I don't mind Benjamin Pavard though. I don't know why he's got bad rep, you know, Benjamin Pavard. I don't know why he is, you know.
I like him. I think he's a baller. He can play as a fullback.
Yeah,
he's
fine.
He's fine.
I wouldn't
be better than Dalo and Wan-Bissaka.
He would be. So he would be
all three of those guys. All three of those options that we had, Tapsoba, however you say it, Todibo and Pavard, I think would all be like fine options. I would prefer Todibo, but I think they're all, you know,
I would get two of them. I'm not gonna lie.
For me, it's Todibo, Tapsoba, Pavard. Because Tapsoba is like different than both of them because he's more of like a commanding force in the center back. He's kind of like your Sancho center back. He's gonna command the defense, like that kind of guy. Todibo is just like a hybrid because we could easily play Todibo right back, to be honest. And he'll be better than both Dalo and Wan-Bissaka for me, but we'll see what happens. We have to wait for Harry Maguire to settle his personal terms.
But that's what I'm saying. I would get 2 of them because you're selling Maguire, and to be very honest, you need a new right back anyways. You know, instead of me hearing about us giving Wan-Bissaka a new deal, I
believe in my boy AWB.
No, bro, no, let's not entertain
that. The Lambo a spider. I believe in my boy, bro.
Said, you go to games every week, Said. Let me ask you something. When you go and you watch
week too, bro. Like
no, but on TV, I'll tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
On TV, things are much different. Okay,
no, of
you
course,
know that, bro.
When you
watch in real life and you watch on TV, actually in real life, you're like, wow, these guys are better than they look on TV.
Yeah, because Busquets was like.
Yeah, but then there's times where you look at them and they're like, actually, they're worse than what I see on TV. And that's what I'm asking, Said, you go to games every week. When you see Aaron Bissaka, like, be honest, what do you think when you watch him? You know, and I'm not talking about slide tackle.
You know what it is with Wan-Bissaka? Yeah. Every time I think he's going to get dispossessed, he somehow gets his way out of it. What I've seen, because I watch it from the second tier, I can see the tactical kind of view in it, which is always better because then you can see what position they're taking, how he actually can play out of possession quite good now. He's actually quite good, you know, in terms of when he gets pressed, he can niggle his way out of it. But like I said to you, I still think that right-hand side between him and Varane, they don't complement each other. I still think there's a bit of, for me, very, very much a problem next year. And if we don't sort it out, then it's where I think for me it could be a tricky problem. I like Dalo, but I just don't know if he's the guy that everyone talks about. Like everyone goes on like he's the best right back in the league and all that, and he's just this and that. Like, I think there's equal issues for both, and there's equal things that they need to sort out in their game. But Dalo before the World Cup was having the form of his career when you deep it. Like he was on point, Dalo. But I've seen in big games this guy melt, like, you know, when he just melts away of pressure, of everything. Like he lacks basic fundamentals. And I can't have that in a right back. When it gets to the high pressure moment, you get in a booking in the first 5 minutes of a game. And then all of a sudden, he's on the back foot. You know, you've seen it in the Manchester Derby.
What was that? It was the City game,
and even
right?
Malacia too. Malacia is the same. I don't think Malacia will be our first choice left back in the next few years. I don't think so. That's why maybe next season might be a year to sort out the fullback situation. I don't know. But
I think with Dalo, his like lapses are more like mental. Like he's not all the way like we saw it with the goal that he gave away. Just like not being like fully locked in mentally. It's not like an ability thing for me. I think his technical floor is like super high, but it's just like he's not, for some reason, he's just like mentally he's not always.
He has mental lapses like
there. Yeah, and with Wan-Bissaka, I feel like it's more of like an ability thing.
He just doesn't have the ability, bro. I don't know what people.
It's like 3 or 4 more touches to do what like Dalo would do in like one. So it's tough. But I think they're both gonna play. No one has been like, this is my position for Ten Hag. So like at this point, they're both gonna play.
I've just seen higher ceilings in certain games for Dalo than Wan-Bissaka because the things that people praise Bissaka for is things that I don't care for. I don't care about last inch tackles and stuff like. I don't care about that. I don't care about sliding tackle ability
because there's people where he pocketed top players.
No, I'll tell you something. People like to always say that he's a great defender. There's a difference between being a good slide tackler than being a defender. I've seen this guy multiple games get done on the far post where he loses. Remember we lost in Ketia twice or something in that game when we went to the Emirates. And there's multiple games where he would play, even in the Oli era, where he would be like so out of position. He always plays someone on side. If that Bellingham goal, that Bellingham goal shouldn't have counted because he was still offside. But the only reason they thought he was onside was because Bissaka was mine. His positional awareness is actually horrific. He's probably the worst one when he plays in that back four. He's probably the worst one in his positioning. So you saying he's good with slide tackles? Yes, he has the speed. You like those slide tackles like that one he had on Zaha when we went to Crystal Palace late in the season last season. That game that Olise put the free kick. Yeah, I get that. These things look nice. But when you really take the slide tackle ability away, he really doesn't offer much. I don't care about his positioning on the pitch when people say, oh, on the ball, his positioning improved. Because I've seen this guy get the ball in the box and he absolutely does nothing with it. Every time he gets the ball, and I'm like, I know there's nothing going with it. He's either going to pass it back or he's going to lose it. You know, so I've seen Dalo score bangers sometimes. Yes, he's not the best thing in the world, but there is games like at the beginning of the season where we sat there and we looked at Dalo and I'm like, you know what? Dalo looks like he's about to nail this position for himself. And then he got the injury or whatever, and that fucked it over for him. I get that.
I think
I've seen better moments for Dalo and more potential for Dalo when he plays than I've ever seen with Bissaka. I've never seen Bissaka,
bro. Y'all act like Dalo does. Like he really don't do either. Like,
yeah, unfortunately, we're talking about like two players that are not that great
players.
You know,
it's a
yeah,
mid-off.
like
Let's just say
it's a mid-off. It's really a mid-off.
Just
yeah,
to add to that too.
If we're gonna sit here and critique Anwan Bissaka as much, I think Anwan Bissaka gives me more with his Oli slide tackles.
What does he give you?
What
does more?
At least he gives me Oli slide tackles. All respect to the lot, but the lot really don't do. He just.
Why do I want a player to slide tackle when you're playing high up the pitch? Because I've seen this guy's position.
No, I'm saying
between the striker and the winger as an example.
He offers you. They're both.
The fact that we don't have a clear number one is a bit of a concern as well. Listen,
we're barely going to defend next season. That's all I'm saying.
You know what it is
the
with
position
depth?
that we're holding. Sorry, Sai, go ahead.
No, you know what it is, yeah. I think the myth about depth, yeah. Sometimes depth is good, but I also sometimes think depth in a position where we don't know who's number one is also a bit detrimental as well. Because I feel like for me, you need to have a back line that is stable in it. I don't think for me having one come on and then one, get one Bissaka, but he's better than Dalo. We need to have a clear number one, and that's just what it is right now. And Arteta's doing the same. Man City are doing the same. Obviously, had it with Kyle Walker for so many years. Liverpool have one. You know what I mean? Who else has had one? Like most teams have one, and then the understudy is there, but it's not as kind of in your face, if you call it like Tomiyasu. Nobody's calling for Tomiyasu to be starting every week. You know what I mean? Let's just be real out here. So I just feel like for me, let's have a number one next season, and then the number two can be the understudy in that aspect. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But going back to the situation with midfielders, is it still Amrabat clear for you? Like everybody's still unanimous on Amrabat, or is it anyone else you thinking?
I can't wait for Amrabat, but I'm biased. I'm North African biased for sure. So, you know what I mean? Give me Amrabat, and it's been I've been a fan. His brother too. His brother Nuruddin used to play for Galatasaray. They both are solid. Yeah, they're both solid players. So, I mean, I like that. I like the mentality. And you're not expecting him to come do step overs and the fanciest passing. You're expecting a dog in the middle, bust a lace, and that's what you need. Someone to get in there and bust a lace. Give you let's and then we could all be honest. I don't know if anybody here watched the Conference League final. I actually did. It was he looked better than Declan Rice. He looked better.
He was
than
hooping that first half performance. He was hooping crazy,
bro. He literally went the whole. And then there's some people talking about World Cup this, World Cup that, bro. Stop. You don't just pocket Mbappe in the World Cup just because you feel like you're gonna pocket Mbappe in the World Cup. Like it just doesn't. It don't really happen like that.
Bro, his work rate really showed in the World Cup as well because people. I'm gonna say something. People look at that clip where he chased back Mbappe and he did that slide tackle and they think that's all about his game. You know, he has nothing to his game other than being a destroyer. But if everyone is being honest here with themselves, the only reason Morocco got so far in the World Cup is because they were actually very good on the ball. Like they were so underrated in the World Cup. No one expected them to play that. They were playing possession football. They were fast on the transition. Bro, their goals were all played. And like everyone on
the back four, of course, the back four can all play out the back. If you look at it, Hakimi, a guard, right? Roman Sayes, and then was it Mazraoui?
Mazraoui, I think.
Yeah, Mazraoui in front of them.
Their defense and their midfield all bowled out.
Unahi and Amrabat, and then you have who was the third? Ziyech was playing mid or he's playing wing. But anyways, Unahi and Amrabat, bro, they all are so techy on the ball. It might not seem, but they know how.
Unahi would have been a baller for us.
Oh, Unahi was amazing. Oh, that was my guy in it.
Bro, Marseille got him playing left mid. Embarrassing.
Unahi was
swear down
on the wing.
But he got hurt.
He played left mid. He played left mid against Panathinaikos.
Bro, that guy's central, 100%. Did you not see how silky he was in that midfield? In tight spaces, no one could touch him.
Who?
Yeah, listen, we got to get a move on, innit? Because McTominay needs to go in it. And hopefully, like I said, West Ham are waiting somewhere. You know what I mean? Man like Moyes going to do us some good favors and that. You know what I mean? And take him off.
I'm really curious how West Ham fans feel about that. Like, I'm really intrigued. Like, what do they think?
Imagine losing Paquetá, Scamacca, Rice in one window, and then you get Maguire, McTominay, and James Ward-Prowse. Like,
to be fair,
that is fire though. Ward-Prowse.
I mean, but that's Brexit. That's Brexit football.
Edson Alvarez, sorry. They got Edson Alvarez.
I forgot about
that guy's mid.
Yeah,
I think they're hyped about Maguire, to be fair, because like English center back.
Bro.
I think he fits West Ham style more, and Who they had back there? It was
Aguirre too. Him and Aguirre, bro. Him and Aguirre.
Basically.
Oh man, the two stiff man back there. But hey, it's gonna work. He's gonna find a way to work. But I think it really works, and especially if they get Ward prompts.
They're gonna defend a lot, and I think that's gonna help Maguire that he doesn't have to play about 20.
Oh, and they got Zuma.
Yards.
They got Zuma.
Yeah, they got
He's
Zuma.
He's super rotational.
He's probably gonna take Zuma's spot if we're being honest.
One thing
playing in a low block is really gonna help.
One thing with the midfielders, I tweeted this like the last couple of days. I can't lie. I want to get involved in this Lavia saga. I just want.
I thought we were. I just want
to throw a 50 mil bid and see what Southampton do. I want this guy. First,
I mean, bro, why wouldn't
he fit our team? He fits our team, and 100%. Just snatching him
He's
from
amazing.
Liverpool and Chelsea.
Yeah, but we don't got 50 mil right now.
No, we do. We'll worry about that later.
30 million Maguire.
No,
wait, hold on. 30 million Maguire, 15 million Fred.
That's crazy. And then we're gonna have to fund back Man City again. I got the Sancho deal because they got a sell-on clause.
Yeah.
So
their sell-on clause is in 2 more years. It's in 2 more years. Their sell-on clause is in 3 years, something like that.
Sure. Their buyback.
Oh, sorry, that's their buyback. No, I'm mixing them up. Yeah, my bad.
The sell-on is, bro. I'm telling you,
I mixed them up. Sorry.
I ain't gonna lie. I think he's a bowler even before he left Southampton, but I think there's a lot of hype going on right now. Like,
I think
because there's not a lot of people like him.
Sorry, someone said in the comments, but Mustafa, like, I think we're with Kobe Mainoo, like, I think we're just keeping tabs on that. It's like he's gonna be better than Lavia. Like,
I think so too.
He's damn near better, right? Like, this dude is literally like, he's unbelievable.
Now, but yo,
this dude is literally insane.
You can put two of them together though. That's the thing.
No, you can, because I don't think. I think Kobe's long term.
Casemiro's going to be here in a year or two.
Casemiro's going to Al Hilal next year, bro. I'm speaking this.
He won't be here in a year or two. 100%.
I need Lavia and Mainoo pivot is where it's at, bro. No one's getting past us. That's
United.
That'd be insane. That'd be insane.
Casemiro, though, to be fair, I wouldn't blame him if he went to Saudi Arabia next year because him and
Varane are both going Saudi.
Casemiro, he changed our life. He gave us hopefully 2 good years. Won us the trophy. Hopefully more this year. He did a job.
We got to replace him, man.
We're not going
to. Would it be a wild shout to replace Casemiro next year? Would it be a wild shout to say that we could cut? Would it be a wild shout? I'm not saying for me it would, but would it be a wild shout if the manager came in and he seen Casemiro's like, you know what, I'm not going to replace you. You're 32 now. I'm not going to replace you. Would it be a wild shout?
Because just how we replaced the goalkeeper, let's be honest, wasn't having his best years. His last season wasn't world class like Casemiro was world class. So like I'm not comparing the seasons like that. But as the seasons go, and like let's say we're in our 3rd season next season, and Ten Hag's still trying to improve the team, he's slowly taking on one position at a time where he takes someone out, brings someone in to improve the whole style of football that he's trying to play. So we're not even near the final image yet. So one of the biggest parts is going to be the DM, because he's eventually going to need a DM that's like a Partey or like a Rodri, where they're not just good defensively, they're good on the ball and they're good at progressing the ball and they can break through the lines with their passing. Casemiro doesn't really have that. The thing that made Casemiro very good for us last season is that when we played a deeper line of defense, he is the best destroyer in the world. Let's be very honest. So that fell in perfectly for him. But when he was breaking everyone's legs, you know. But when we keep more possession of the ball, because we're gonna do it at 100% this season, you're gonna see that we keep more possession of the ball, and you're gonna require your midfielder to be a little bit better at passing and being able to break the lines. Casemiro's not going to do that. So people are going to start blaming and stuff. Yeah, but like that's not what he does anyways. So it's easier to prepare. So next season, when our team is a little bit more complete to the image that Ten Hag wants, he's going to adjust the DM, because the DM is probably the most important one after the goalkeeper. So when you have a Mainoo and let's say we do have a Lavia in our team, and Lavia would be like what, 21, 22 next season? I think he's 20 right now. So if he's 21,
19 right now.
Not like 19, bro.
Oh, I thought he was 20.
The ceiling is limitless with him, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're preparing yourself a year ahead to have DMs that play the way that you want.
No, for sure. He's theoretically like it would. I think it was either like assigning like Mount or like the DM. Like you can't. I don't think we had money to splash like 50 plus on 2, premium midfielders, because Lavia is a premium option for a premium price. Him and obviously Caicedo is like crazy, like that next level. But I mean, Alan Varela next year, 70 million bid. I'll be there no matter what. He's going for 70 million next year. I swear to God. They bought him for 11.
Is Porto in Champions League?
They bought him for 11.
Is Porto in Champions League this year?
I think so.
We gotta pay them. I need Ten Hag to see Almiron alive. This is the only way we can convince Ten Hag about anything.
Why would you do that?
We need to watch him play.
They bought him for 11 million. 11 million.
They these Portuguese clubs, they be buying like 80% of the economic rights and stuff like that. This is some like shady business,
bro. This guy is so good. He's so good.
Cool,
bro. Listen, they do that. Portuguese league, and then what they do is they have a little bit of a what do you call it? Say, you know what, we've got a little bit of a sale on value, so you later on can get 20% of that deal. It's like Enzo Fernandez. How much did River Plate get for Enzo Fernandez?
Yeah, like 40 mil.
Yeah, a lot.
40 million guys,
they rebuilt their stadium with that money. That's what they used it for.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, fair play, man. Fair play to River Plate, man. Honestly, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got like one thing. If I'm telling like this, the thing, you know, Argentina have just won the World Cup. Yeah, they're on a high. I'm guessing they're gonna have so much money pumped into their
generation that's coming up is gonna be crazy. That's
what I'm saying. We need to tap into that market, man. Go into that market, South American market, and find these hidden gems before they go to Porto. And then you see we're buying it for 100 million. United have got to act smart this season. I'm not gonna lie to you. United have done well.
These clubs, that's what they're known for. They're known to grow players. I don't think we're known to grow players.
That's their job. Like Benfica, like all these teams, they just buy players. Dortmund, they buy players to sell them.
It's a step up. It's a stepping stone club. Like you come, you focus on them. They give. You really think we're gonna go get a gem and start him every? The
only way big clubs go for these players is if that player is still at that club during international tournament and they go crazy at it.
No, but if you deep it, like Dortmund, Benfica, Ajax, all these clubs when they go by, they literally start them right away. So like. Enzo Fernandez was starting at
game time,
That you can't come and start right away in the Prem.
Yeah, if we signed Enzo, we would have benched him for Scott McTominay. I promise you, we would have done that. And Fred, yeah, we would have done that.
So it's just like I don't think they just come in and
same with Caicedo. If we signed Caicedo, do you guys think that he would have started for us within a year? I don't think so. We would have sent him on loan somewhere.
No, he wouldn't have been the same player. I think we would have flopped him.
Yeah.
Big up,
big up Charlie, man. My guy.
Yeah, big up Charlie in the building, man. That's proper guy, man.
That's third man.
5 million. What? That ain't right.
Yeah, that is 5 million.
That's wild, man.
He's super average, bro.
Who?
Valverde.
Super
average.
He's
so average, bro.
Jersey Waters is dead. Jersey Waters is
what hold on, I didn't hear that. What did you say?
He said
he's average.
He's so average, bro.
Crazy, man.
Nah, there are some people that overrate him.
No, I think he's a product because they have.
Bro, what's the difference?
Hold on. If he's super average, then what's Amrabat? Let's be honest. There's a bunch of Wall fans of Amrabat.
I'm not
completely different players.
Hold on,
different position.
I'll tell you something. I'm not.
Valverde could play right wing. Valverde could play CDM. When he first started, it was CDM, wasn't it? When he came,
Can I say something?
CDM position.
There's no difference. There's no difference between Valverde and Antonio Valencia. What he did for us. This guy,
Antonio, that's crazy.
No, and I'll tell you something. And I'm not even calling Valencia average, but we never said that Valencia was world class. Valencia's best attributes was working hard, speed, and he had a cross on him, and he would chip in with an odd goal here and there. The minute we thought he was world class and we put the number 7 on his jersey, he didn't do a good season. I thought Valencia was a great player, but we never called him world class. So why is Valverde world class?
I'm not going to
lie. No one said he's world class.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going for him.
I don't know what's in New Jersey waters, but you need to stop drinking New Jersey waters.
Nah, Valverde's definitely a better player than Antonio Valencia was.
Bro, he fits in. He benches Mason Mount.
He wouldn't even play in the Mason Mount position.
Wait, bro, he benches, bro. He fits in.
Valverde. That's where you play him. Where would you play him?
Play him in 8. He's an 8.
Bro, you see him in the Champions League final. You see him.
He did a basic cross. I appreciate that cross.
He reminds me of Antonio Valencia.
Even that whole campaign, though, he was quality. That whole year, he was going crazy.
No,
bro,
he was scoring goals.
You guys are misjudging him. He was in a.
You're just because they have so many great players at Real Madrid. It's like,
bro, imagine
Toni Kroos, Tchouameni,
I heard the same
Jude
thing
Bellingham,
about
Camavinga, like.
Hold on,
Sancho before ACL was crazy. Sancho before the ACL.
Valverde's quality, bro.
In the World Cup, he got hurt in the World Cup, right? Or am I bugging?
Who?
Valverde.
Valverde got hurt in the World Cup in one of the games.
No, I think Bentancur got hurt.
He didn't play well.
It was probably one. I know Valverde was cooking. He was.
He's quality, bro.
What?
Listen, I just saw people saying that he was worth 90 million this summer and stuff. Listen, Asensio was the same thing when they had.
If Antony was worth 90 million, Valverde's worth 100.
Bro, stop making these comparisons because I am not comparing them to these players. I'm comparing the level that they're putting him at.
That's how the market works, though.
You could play if you have Vinny, Benzema, Modric, Kroos, and who was their DM Casemiro at the time playing with you. It's very hard to look bad with these players. Let's be very honest. Because these guys are a world class playing with you. Okay,
bro,
this guy has never. Where's Mariano Diaz now?
He looked bad with the plays. It's a weird take. What do you mean?
Listen, he has never done anything where I looked at him like, wow. Even his cross for the Champions League final, that's a basic ass cross, bro. Why are we overhyping it? Like it was a
Luke Shaw has.
Wonderful. See what you're doing. You're making comparisons that are relevant. You compared Valverde right now to every player that doesn't play in his position,
and you compared him to Antonio Valencia, who does not play his position. So
no, he does the same thing that Valencia did. He stuck to that wing. He worked hard. He crossed the ball, and players scored. You can't give me an argument back to like
2 goals and 3 assists in the Champions League campaign where they won the Champions League.
Oh, Valverde is class, bro. Like I
don't think he's world class, but I
just said he's average, bro. I didn't say he's a bad player.
He's not average. He's not average. He would elevate our team.
I think he's slightly above average. I think I don't think he's that quality on the ball.
Who would you call average then? Who would you kind of say is average? Like next to Valverde, who would you compare him to?
So you agree? So wait,
I think he's a similar profile to Scott McTominay, for example.
I swear I was about to say that, bro. He is literally a
profile,
bro. Yes,
profile or like quality of player.
Wait.
Simbin.
Staffy, you're gonna get Simbin, man, for about 10 seconds.
In terms of like,
did he just compare to Scott McTominay?
That was Valverde the same profile.
And you about to say the same thing.
End the stream.
No, I said there's some. I didn't say they're.
We out of here now. We out. Oh, that's crazy.
The show for real. I'm crying in the background.
Come on, man.
That is.
It's not even.
He's not lying, bro.
I thought I talk crazy.
It's 11 o'clock in the UK, and it's only 6 p.m. for you in New York. Only 6 p.m. in New Jersey, man. It's not as if it's night time. You know what I mean, bro? I could have got away with that, maybe saying that at like midnight for me around there. But
I'm just telling you, bro. Man. This guy's not as special. If McTominay is not going for 90 million, then Valverde.
How did we even end up talking about Valverde?
Someone mentioned in the comments,
bro. That's crazy. That's wild, man.
This guy hasn't balled out a single day for his country, bro. There's a reason why he doesn't ball out.
He was cooking.
He doesn't ball. What's your definition of cooking?
They play him in a midfield too.
He was actually.
You can't play in the midfield too. If you're playing Valverde in the midfield too, it's not gonna work. He needs to play in the.
Bro, he's a utility player. They're putting him everywhere. They're putting him in the midfield too. They're putting him on the wing.
He's about to send him to the next stage. The next stage if that ball didn't hit the post. That rocket. Y'all forgot that rocket he took from midfield, bro. He's a top baller. What we talking? Let's be honest. Who looked good on that Uruguay team doing the World Cup? Ain't nobody really look good. Palestri.
Exactly. He should have stepped up, bro. People talked about Palestri.
He was the only, him and Bentancur were the only ones who balled.
Bentancur played better than him.
Right, we go now.
Bro, I'm just telling you, bro. It's like one of those. It's like Goretzka, bro. Goretzka's getting overrated because he played for Bayern.
That I could see, but saying Valverde doesn't cook and you comparing him to Scott McTominay is wild.
You know what?
He does not cook, bro. I swear this guy does not cook. Put him outside Madrid and you're gonna see what this guy's really about, bro.
That's brazy. I like.
Listen, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, see, I just
pull up World Cup highlights.
I'm just gonna show you.
Let me see if McTominay do this. McTominay do that?
Look at McTominay doing this, man. Look at this. Look at this.
Bro, I can get you a compilation right now that makes
Fred video test. Wait.
This is Valverde.
Get me. Come on, man.
Look at the
go.
So one elastical so far. Everything else is just running.
Wait. There's a nice clip coming.
McTominay do that.
Valencia didn't do that.
Nobody doing that, man.
McTominay's is Weghorst midfield position. What we talking? Look at that.
He's quality, bro. He's quality.
I can show you a
compilation
of
ridiculous, man.
I actually think he might actually be the best ball striker in the world. Like his ball striking is absolutely, it's crazy.
And his defensive attributes is mad.
Bro, he's just look at that, bro.
Kevin De Bruyne exists.
He looked better than Enzo
Yeah,
Fernandez.
yeah,
He's better than Enzo Fernandez.
Oh my
Relax.
So,
Let's
move on.
We're
moving on.
Yeah, let's move on anyway. Let's move on to the striking
Enzo
department.
Fernandez hype. Move on though.
Are we confident this weekend? We confident?
Are you going to the game?
Hoyland? Yeah, I'll be at the game. I'll be at the game.
You confident with no Hoyland?
You know,
Yeah.
no Hoyland, man. No Hoyland.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We lasted all season.
Rashford.
I don't think he jumps
Rashford,
into
man.
the team and causes
Y'all
havoc.
think Rashford center forward and Nacho left or Sancho false nine?
Yeah, man.
I think it was
Man. We got Turkish people in the building, man. Turkish people in there. I don't know if they found the
Thank you.
I don't know if they hit the algorithm, but big up to you. We thank you, my friend. We thank you.
We got a couple more for you. Don't go anyway.
Yo, Galatasaray, you know what I've noticed here? They actually get ballers in their teams, you know, like
They
always
got
guiding
squad.
ballers,
They
man.
link with Paredes. So
They're like
Paredes,
the Bayern of their
bro,
country.
they getting Paredes.
They
And they
signed
got
Cardi, I think.
Zaha. They got Zaha this year. You know what I mean? They signed
They
the card.
signed a Cardi. They had
They've
Mata
always
last year.
kept. They've always
I think
kept ballers. Like back in the day when they had like Snyder and stuff. Like they've always had.
When
always
Schneider
had
and
guys.
Drogba linked up there, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was fire.
Drogba.
I think they beat
You know what I
Madrid
mean?
in the
That
game or
man-
something like that. That was the team.
Yeah, man. Now you know what? Someone say there, Martial back. Listen, Martial ain't starting, man. Someone say Martial. Oh, Martial starts. And yes.
Martial's not.
Okay.
He didn't even he went the whole preseason and was never even in the squad one time. How is that possible?
You see his little pace though, man. You see his little
that little
driving
clip.
preseason, the
Yeah,
power.
he probably pulled his hamstring. He's probably out for another 3 weeks, bro.
I'm
Don't-
cool off that guy.
No.
Said someone put that clip and he put your reaction. I think it was like to one of the games, and then he tweeted it about the Arsenal doctor. I saw that and I was crying because like you were in the stands,
man.
you were like you couldn't believe it. You were seeing that tweet.
Now, see that journalist that came out with that Hoyland exclusive? That was the most
Oh, he was-
contradicting article I've ever read in my life.
That article was terrible.
Every sentence was a contradiction. Like, yo, one time Man United are worried, and then they're like, oh, they're super confident that they just have to rest him. It's like a whole mix of
He's
nonsense.
a tall brother, you know, man. He's a
Cool.
tall brother, you know.
Hoyland.
Yeah,
Hoyland
I
kid.
want to go and quote because I tweeted out
He's
like
massive.
a few months or not
We
a few
find
months,
the
a few
video.
weeks before we like signed him, and I was like, I just found out that Hoyland is like 6'3.5", almost 6'4". Like we're signing like a PNP demon, and it kind of blew up, and everyone on their comments is like, oh no, he doesn't look 6'3", he's more like 6'1". I'm like,
Well,
have
everyone
you
thought he
seen
was
like
short.
That boy's
that's
a
why-
unit, dog.
that's why you don't judge
Unit.
height just off what he looks like. It's
Boy's a
about
unit.
statistical measurements. I want to go back and like quote everyone in that
Boy's a
tweet.
unit. He's one
No,
solid.
he's
Yeah,
he's
man.
6'3.5". He's 6'3.5".
She
and
19
rapid.
still?
Like
Or she 20 yet?
No, I think he's
oh,
20.
he's 20.
Me-
He's 20.
He probably still got like another
You
year
find
going
his
in terms of
his
height.
built here, man. I think United have put a video out. Yeah, look at bro. I was shocked, man. I was like, yo, like
Huge.
this brother's you know what I mean?
He's
It's kind of like I thought he was, you know, I thought he was tall, but I didn't think he would be like this big for a 20-year-old. Normally, they're not like this kind of. It's like I built like a little bit like Haaland. Look at his chest up, like he's a bit like, you know what I mean, like
He's
in that
huge,
sense.
man. That's what I'm saying. His profile
way
is
he's
like
kinda like,
so
yo.
unique. You don't find
Yeah,
guys like
man. Nah, fair. Listen, Scandinavia, man. You guys don't know about Scandinavia, man. You know, Scandinavia and Holland, man. Them man drink milk and cheese, and they eat milk. They eat cheese and they have milk. I'm telling you now. If you go Scandinavia and the Netherlands, them man are tall, bro. They're tall. They're built like a. Everyone's 6 foot in the
Vikings.
Netherlands and Scandinavia.
Vikings.
The Vikings, man. I'm telling you, man. Them man. I don't know what they're feeding their kids, but fair play, man. Them man are doing it from early. You know them ones there. So
How y'all feeling about the game though on Monday? You feeling confident?
Easy dub.
We're playing at the Manulo.
Nah, it's at Old Trafford, bro. It's easy
It's at Old
dub,
Trafford
man.
now.
Old Trafford.
We got money. We got money.
I expect minimum 3-0.
And I'm not gonna lie though, Gary O'Neil, great signing. Great signing.
Yeah, they're trying to new manager bounce first game.
I
It
like
doesn't
him more
work.
than
It doesn't work
Jay.
like that.
Bro,
It
they're
doesn't
getting
work like
smoked.
that.
They're getting smoked.
Every game isn't Wolves the team that every game we play it's like 0-0 though or like 1-0.
Who? Gary
Yeah,
O'Neil?
that's true.
yeah,
Wolves.
To be fair,
I hate
It's
that,
always
though.
1-0.
Yeah, but
I'm
also,
I'm
Remember when we played them
I'm praying on the
3
relegation.
seasons
man,
ago?
so
When
bad.
we played them 3 seasons ago and Pogba missed the penalty.
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah.
I'm all
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like the
last
second
year was
game
the
of the season.
Rashford.
That game
Rashford
pissed me
got
off.
Boy
suspended.
Pogba.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Who would you start? Let's do the team boost. Who
I
would
like
you
that a
start?
lot. Onana in net.
Onana in there. By the way, Kova's gone as well. Kova's gone to
Yeah.
Bayern.
That was a
9
great
million.
deal.
Great deal.
Good
by the way.
deal.
Yo,
Yeah.
can we look at their
Yeah.
11 too, Saeed? Or is that like going in right now? I want to see.
Yeah. We'll look at their kind of a squad. I'm gonna see who's left.
Put Mob Chef to predict the lineups already.
What, Martial?
No.
Oh, I heard he said. I wanted to see who they.
Never mind. No, it doesn't.
All right, let's look at who they got, and then we'll do the lineup. All right, let me check their squad.
I
Because
think
like I said, I don't know who's in their
They
team.
barely got anyway.
depends on their forwards. That's who we're gonna line up on defense. I mean, of course, you're
They
gonna
haven't
have
even signed a play. They haven't even signed a player this summer. That's
Pedro
crazy.
Neto. I mean, they still got a solid team, bro.
It's their
Why is
team.
that's the old
Yeah,
side. That's
yeah,
old.
that's the old
That's
one.
that season.
Oh yeah. My bad.
I said Ruben Neves is still there, huh?
I looked at their team today. Their team is so
João
mid.
Matinho left.
Yeah.
This team sucks, man.
So Ait Nouri, they're probably gonna play Ait Nouri. They're probably gonna play a back.
I know.
Yeah.
Side Doherty.
they got
Bro,
Malcolm
this
back.
team's so mid, bro.
You know this guy, yeah? Bueno. I like this Bueno kid, you
Good
know.
player.
Now, where's my boy? Where's my boy Podence?
They signed Matt Doherty. Yeah, they brought Matt Doherty back. Yeah.
Yeah, but they bought him back. Yeah.
I like Tillman.
Lemina-
Good luck for the center back.
The Mina's gonna play.
around.
All right, so they're playing the two. They're definitely gonna play.
Oh, they got some good players, you know, man. Yo,
Mateus Nunes.
tricky players.
Yes, but they can't put the ball in the back of the
They're
net side.
bad.
What are we
Yeah.
worried
We
about?
shouldn't be.
Bro,
Who's the forward?
we should not be.
Guys,
We should not be conceding to this team.
Bro.
We should not be conceding.
No, but
to
say
this
go
I'm
in.
saying, bro,
Who's the up top?
they're gonna
Who's
keep
up
the ball,
top?
though. They're gonna keep the ball. They're gonna keep the ball, though.
Yo, Saeed, who's the forward?
Rabia, Nunes.
No, they're forwards.
Who's this Gomez guy? They bought him in January, innit?
I think it was
João
Fluminense.
Gomez, yeah.
I think it was Fluminense. I'm not 100% sure though.
They got-
Who's this guy as well?
Or Flamengo.
Jordao, man. Who are they buying, man?
Bro.
They're Portuguese.
George
FC.
Mendes. George
They
Mendes
still-
just slides
they
and
still got
plays.
Fabio Silva. That boy, nice.
Oh, yo, I forgot
Guys.
Kalasic plays there. bro.
Kalasic, yeah.
That guy is 6'7", by
Nice.
the way. That guy is 6'7",
Bro.
by the way.
Ragnick wanted to buy this guy, and he had a bad injury, yeah,
Yeah,
before he went out. They've actually got a striker who came in last season, didn't play a single game. I think he played one game when he got injured. Cunha. Bro, you know what it is with Wolves, yeah? Even though I still think they're going to get relegated, yeah? They have a basis for a good team. It's just that I don't know why it looks so
They don't
empty
have
still.
any-
The
They
defense
can't
is rubbish.
score.
They can't score as well. Cunha is not a really a striker. He's like a Jesus prototype. This guy here,
He had a
Fabio
good loan
Silva,
spell.
I don't know
He had a
what
good loan.
this
He had a
guy
good loan
does.
spell last year.
Didn't he tear his ACL? Fabio Silva.
No, Kalasic did.
Oh,
Nah, it was at
Kalasic,
Anderlecht and flopped.
Yeah,
Like they've got a decent team, but I just
they're
can't
fine.
score goals.
But if we
they
lose,
don't have a goal scorer in that
You
They
team.
know,
holding
if we
a
lose-
defeat. They're holding
if we
a
lose, we're signing Neymar. You know that, right?
I'll tell you,
if
bro.
we lose.
Senor Murto has a plan for me deadline day. Senor
If we
Murto has
lose,
a plan
we
for
are
me
signing Neymarzito. Let's do the team though. Let's do.
Yeah,
the
let's go to the team.
Yeah, let's do the team, man. Let's do the team. Who we starting at right back?
Wan-Bissaka.
team. I think Dalo will start.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka. So what you
Let's
saying?
take a vote. Let's take a
Go.
vote. Let's take a vote, and we
Alright,
got to include the comments. Who we taking?
Yeah,
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka for me.
That's one. That's two.
I think us three are. So it's 3-2 Dalo right now.
You know, man. Griggs, you up. Look, three
Bro, I don't
comments
know
already.
either.
I'm gonna let the you got to take the comments into consideration.
Is this who we think should start or who we think Ten Hag's going to start?
No, who we think? Who we think?
All
who
I
we
see is
think?
AWB.
They're trolling.
AWP, bro.
He's not starting.
Shit, man.
He's
I
not
don't care.
starting.
Bro,
I don't care who starts. Bro. I
Yo,
hate.
man.
I don't like either of them. I don't even care anymore.
Yo,
We
Onana and
don't need to
Wan-Bissaka.
start. Let's get his last ditch tackles for Wolves, right? Well, we're gonna.
I don't know why, bro.
To be fair, yo, to
You
be
need
fair,
that against
Pedro-
Podence. You
We're
need that.
playing at home. We're playing at home first game of the season, and we're meant to keep the ball. We're meant to score as many goals as we can against.
But he's
this
probably
meaty
going to
team.
start the lot because
gonna
half
put-
that team is
Wan-Bissaka can do that. What's the myth that Wan-Bissaka can't do that though?
But he's
Can't
probably
do what?
It's not a myth, side. I've watched this guy for 3 years. This guy's
But the thing
garbage.
is, though, you're
Bro, you-
associated Wan-Bissaka to, you know what I mean? We're playing away to a top six and whatnot. He's the guy to be there for. It's at home still, you know. he's
Saeed,
at home.
just insert
Because we
the
used to
word.
con-
concede
bro.
possession a lot, side.
Please,
I'm not
please.
conceding possession in this
Insert
game.
my boy there. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Just insert my boy
Yeah,
there.
it has to be because it's
That's
unanimous
it,
vote.
bro.
It's unanimous
They-
vote.
they-
Unanimous.
So wait,
Where are we
so
getting-
it's 3
This
on
is
2
crazy.
here. and
Three,
he's
but
still
the
on the
comments,
side.
the comments OD'd on y'all. The comments.
That's
Dalo-
listen. That's
Dalo
Saeed's
is-
TV tax. That's what
Dalo
it
is
Saeed's
going to
out the
start,
order.
by the way. Y'all know that Dalo's going to start, right?
That's
I can see Dalo starting just because the Portuguese talk on the field.
By the way,
I need you to read the field. I need you to read the field.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Other than that,
by the way, did you see Did you see Brandon Williams' top? He kind of was like saying that he was probably staying. This is unanimous. The back four, the rest of the back four, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Martinez, Varane, Shaw.
No Johnny Evans surprise start. No, we're not vibing with that.
Brandon Williams.
Oh, Brandon Williams, like I said, but he had his top on. He said, "Yo, I'm ready for the season, man."
He could play Carabao.
I don't know if he's.
He's solid though, bro. Yeah. I like Brandon Williams. Every shit on him, boy. Casemiro, Mount Bruno.
Midfield picks itself.
Yeah, we're just gonna probably have a debate about the wingers, even though I think we're all gonna agree.
I think Mount will be the one that's probably more further forward in that.
He's gonna play Sancho.
It's tough though because I think he needs to drop. I think he needs to be the one that's further back, to be honest, because he needs to drop. He needs to drop further and build up because Casemiro can't do that.
To be fair, against a low block, I'd rather have Bruno drop deeper for build up.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I rather even him, man. I'm not sure, man, because I get it. You're gonna pick the ball when there's no space.
They won't press us. They're not gonna.
But even Casemiro doesn't need to get pressed to give the ball away.
He's another conversation for another day. But in terms of Bruno, they're not gonna press him.
Yeah,
I feel you.
All day.
Garnacho, Rashford, Anthony.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. Oh, okay. I think it's going to be the same team that played against Lens, to be honest. So it's pretty much this, just with Dalo.
I think so as well, man.
I think Garnacho performance.
Garnacho. Listen, we put the whole team from Lens except for Dalo. You guys see the agenda here.
That Garnacho performance against Lens.
Look at Omar smiling. He knows what he did there.
I like to see Sancho like 60th minute though. I like to see him like.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking today. 60th minute for Garnacho, Rashford on the left, and then
I feel sorry for Sancho in defense because he's had a good preseason, and you know what, he's understood the role, but he just seems to be that fall guy, man. So he just doesn't have that thing that Garnacho has, man, where he's just exciting output. Assists, I don't know, man. It's one of them.
He has more work to do, bro. If
he keeps playing well, I think Ten Hag will eventually give him like.
We're not going to stick to the same front three for the whole of the season. Let's be honest, because like arguably besides Rashford, most of these guys are not going to stay consistent. There's times where we're going to go for pace. There's times where we're going to go for someone who's a little bit more tidy on the ball. So it's fine. I don't think Sancho's going to start the first game, but I wouldn't be surprised if we shuffle this front three as the season goes by, especially when what's his name comes in, Hoyland. You know, I mean, eventually Garnacho's going to have to get benched because we're going to start playing a real number 9. And we're not going to bench Rashford. Yeah. Rashford has that left-hand side nailed for him, you know. Thank you, Nick. Hey. See, Nick has a brain here.
Rashford on the left.
It's good to have that. Like
that Ten Hag diamond when Hoyland comes in is going to change my life. I promise you. It's going to happen eventually. Bro. I'm calling them, man.
Arsenal, be ready. But listen, people, we're going to wrap up here, man. It's been a good, absolute good American talks. We're always giving you lit conversation, man. Today it went wild with the Valverde talk, but listen,
every week we have one side. You know, I thought today was too calm.
Yeah, you know what, you don't want to mess with Spanish Twitter, yo. Madristas will find you. The Q was on me yesterday. I said mine was better than Gavi, and they found my tweet.
Mine better than who?
Gavi. He is better than Gavi.
I said mine is better than Gavi.
What? How's he better than Gavi, bro?
I think Gavi is the most overrated, one of the most
overrated. Gavi, not Pedri. The thing is, people associate Gavi with Pedri so much.
Is this guy.
I know who Gavi is, bro. I know
he loves to foul people.
He's
not a ball. Nah, bro.
He just fouls everyone.
He's a little pest.
Yeah. Bro, this guy is La Masia tax carries him so heavy, bro. I'm telling you, this guy just loves to foul people and start fights.
Yeah, but to say Mainoo's better than him and Mainoo just played preseason game for United.
He's about a year older than him anyways. Who cares?
That's all I needed to see, bro. That's all I needed to see. Bro, I saw it live in the flesh too. That's all I need to see, bro. Live in the flesh. That's all I need to do, bro.
Listen, you gotta remember, Griggs watches like the youth team, so he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, of course, but like, bro, you can't, like one dude was starting for Barca and won the Wonder Boy award for like.
I've seen some random people start for Barca.
Yeah, because they had no one in that team, bro. Stop. They had no one in that team.
Yeah.
He had to start.
Stop it, man. And also, I learned the word. What was that word you said today? Dweeb. Like, that's a new word I learned today. So, I don't even know what it means. But,
don't say it. Dweeb
is like, dweeb is like you.
It's like a knobhead.
Like you're loser.
Oh, knobhead. Yeah, knobhead. Then that's all right, man.
Yeah, like nomad. That's a herb, right? That's what we call herbs, nomad, right? Something like very around that lines. Like somebody who just like bully. Somebody you bully. So they're moving like they're dorks. Dorks is the perfect.
Okay.
Dweeb. Yeah, nerd.
Kane.
But they are dweebs. We can all agree they're dweebs.
Last minute.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dweeb. Okay. Last breaking news. Harry Kane has been given permission to travel to Bayern Munich.
Wow.
That's the latest.
Bro,
we're hearing now.
You guys saw that the Hale was like approached by Madrid, right?
Yeah. Bayern increasing confident to get the game. Wow. Damn. They might UCL charge.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a dweeb move, but it's okay.
Bro, no.
We can't punish it. We can't do that now. When all we did was leave Tottenham, go win trophy. Exactly, now he's going.
Agreed. But look, he's gonna win the Champions League. Wow, that's gonna be massive because Bayern need that. But bro, DFB Pokal and shit, bro. That's some Chupa.
But that's the same people that said he's a serial.
That's a Chupa resume, bro.
Nah, bro, you guys want him to leave. Everyone says he needs to leave. He needs to leave. The guy leaves, and they're like, "Oh,
that's like going to Juve. That's like going to Italy, and I went to Juve."
All right, bro. So just say yes, leave, but you have to go because I told you something. Even if you would have went to City, they would have been like, "Oh, he only went to the best team in the country." Blah blah blah. So what? The guy's only supposed to go to the United and give him a league that they didn't win for 10 years to be rated by people. What's he supposed to do, bro?
No, he's definitely.
Bro, people are so selective with the move that he has to make. For him to be considered, if he has to be world class, he has to leave Spurs, but he can't go to Germany, he can't go to Spain, he can't go to Italy, and he can't go to City. So, like, what? He's supposed to go one of the top 6 teams and win him a league to be rated.
But he won't. They won't sell him to us.
He's rated regardless. But like you've been in the Premier your whole life, and then all of a sudden to win trophies, you go to easy. That's like sleeping with a prostitute. That's literally sleeping with a prostitute. I'm gonna pay money.
But he needs to win the Champions League. Yo, the Bundesliga ain't moving me for legacy.
If he would have went to Madrid, people would have said the same thing. But
no, they were not. No, they were not, bro. The Real Madrid,
Madrid's a competition in La Liga.
I promise you, bro. They would have said it's a farmers' league.
Hold on, no, it's a farmers. 17 teams in there, but at the end of the day, you don't know Barca taking it. You don't know if Atletico taking it. Bro,
you don't know. You don't know.
I personally don't think that, but I'm just saying that's what people would say. They'll find a flaw for his move, anyways, bro. As CK said, they're just moving. They're just moving the goalposts all the time. You know,
bro,
As long as he's not there for a second game of the season when we play Spurs away, it don't matter to me.
I was worried a little bit. Yo, that game against Barca, they had to scare me a little bit.
Big up Eddie for sure.
Omar built his dweeb army. This show. He's
gonna have the dweeb army.
Hashtag dweeb army.
Now all we gonna see is people when people mess up. Oh, he a dweeb. He a
dweeb, y'all.
Listen, we're gonna bring you a new word every week, Said. That's gonna be a new requirement.
Yeah, every week, man. Every week, man. That one. What do you say? That one. What do you say when? What do you say? Okay. What's that one? If I say, what was you guys saying on the chat before? Like, if I say something, we're live tonight. You said,
bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Copy. Yeah, I say copy.
What's bet?
Bet is like,
it's just like you can bet
like when you say safe.
You know how you guys say nothing. We say bet.
Like say when you say safe.
No more. That's I say nothing.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Like,
okay, so guys,
bet on me being there.
Yeah, bet I'll be there.
Bet on me being there.
Yeah, all right. Say that. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, anyway, that's your latest edition of the American Talks, and I'll be back tomorrow for Rivals Talk, man. We'll see you there.